Hello folks, I'm L.A. Little and this is today's short take. One of the fallouts of the huge fallouts here in terms of the plunge in oil, of course, is Russia. You see it all over the news. I think one thing most people don't realize is just how far the Russian equities have fell. Basically at $24, yesterday almost at 12. That's a 50% decline on this move. And in any kind of market, 50% is a long way. And you can see the spike down here at the end. Of course, this is tied to the huge rate increase, interest rate increase to try to stop the decline in the ruble. That spike is most likely some sort of a blow-off bottom. Now, the fact that it's huge volume suggests that this thing is going to test this area again. Doesn't have to do it immediately. As a matter of fact, given how far it bounced, it probably won't do it immediately. But that's a magnet that at some point is going to get retested. In between now and then, though, it's probably going to bounce. And a 50% move down is probably going to lead to some sort of a bounce. So the good news is that most likely the worst is probably over in the near term. The bad news is that it's not over yet, right? It's going to come back and test again. If you look at it on a weekly, you're going to see the same sort of a setup. To get a retest regen would take you all the way back to 21. I don't know that it's going to get there anytime soon, but that's the sort of setup. Most likely you're going to get some sort of a range setup. That's usually what happens when you get these kinds of declines. So you get some sort of a range setup in this area to where it trades around in here for some while. And then, given that this was, such a fast spike lower, I would expect, big bounces at some point. If I look at it on a monthly, that's probably the range that's going to trade in over the next few months. So anywhere from 1950 down to this $12 mark, 750 on a 1250 or 19, either way you look at it, we're talking huge moves, huge volatility, going to continue to rattle that market. It's a trader's paradise if you want to trade it. It's probably not something I want to mess with. But if you're so inclined, this is the sort of market where you're going to see huge volatility. And if you can, stomach the ride, there's a lot of opportunity where there's risk, right? So that is the Russian market. The good news, probably the worst is over. The bad news, it's going to take a long time to heal. Till next time.